presentation mode. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Full screen
Okay,
full screen para kita namin.
full screen. Okay. I think, sir, this is present. I'm not familiar much with PowerPoint. It looks full screen on my side. Is it still small on your side,
Yeah,
sir?
you need to show the second screen. I think 'cause ours is still like not a normal presentation.
Let me just troubleshoot.
Side, sir, is no, it's not an presenter's views.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Yep, okay. Okay na.
Okay na, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, good morning. Sorry. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jose Venido. I'll be presenting my output for the Synchronous activity number 3, which is the simulating a network attack and creating an incident response. Okay, so big brief background on the attack that I used. I performed the threat actor on my simulation performed a remote code execution attack on their victim. To be more specific, they used the Eternal Blue exploit, which is infamous for propagating the WannaCry ransomware. In my simulation, I only did the exploitation part, not the ransomware part. On the environment, there will be 3 virtual machines. One is the attacking host. Second is the victim host. And the third one is a IDS or intrusion detection system that's monitoring the network side of the victim host. Here's a rough topology of what the sim environment would look like. I designated my 10 both I'm using private IP addresses, but I made it look like the attacker using the 10.02 network looked like a outside network, and a 192.168 for the victim machine as a quote unquote inside network. A little bit of behind the curtain of the simulation. One, the threat actor did not have to perform reconnaissance, so it already knows the IP of the victim. It already knows its vulnerability and such. And another is the IDS is already set in a way that it would be able to detect the incoming attack by the threat actor.
Maximum commute.
Another one is the network is set up in a way that the threat actor is easily able to reach the victim host machine. So there will be no NAT or access control list set up in the IDS. So in the sequence, in the sequence of the simulation, first it would be the threat actor will perform the attack. Here's a screenshot of what would the attack would look like. Threat actor would be using Kali Linux and specifically Metasploit. It would run a Eternal Blue modular exploit targeting the victim machine. Things that would after the exploitation, one of the sequence that would happen would be the IT team or the security cyber security team would analyze it, see what went wrong, and one of the things is check the logs of the IDS, where here you would see logs of the IDS detected traffic that looks like a and exploitation traffic, specifically the eternal blue exploit. And somewhere in the analysis, the IT in the next sequence, the IT team would use some kind of vulnerability analysis tool on the victim machine. Here in my screenshot is a screenshot of the Nessus vulnerability scanner, and I just omitted the other vulnerabilities, but highlighted the vulnerability that allows uh, the victim to use the Eternal Blue exploit. Here's the technical timeline of the events that occurred. So we would have the initial compromise when the attack happened, and when the IT team discovered that the network was compromised. Containment time, that would be the procedure. What immediate steps that needs to happen to perform after the discovery of the compromise. So you would have things like how the team would quarantine the victim, and also set up a private network or a sandbox area or system to analyze the victim machine. And then for eradication, which is a step for removing the vulnerability, cleaning up the system in case of any lingering malware, and updating patches to remove the vulnerability. And then recovery would be putting back the computer from the quarantine network back into the production network. That is actually the end of my PowerPoint presentation. I could provide the more detailed content in my documents file if you would want that, sir.
Okay. My comment. Where's the incident response report?
It's yes, sir. It's in my document. Let me just put it up. Let me stop.
Sure.
It's a loading. Give me a few more seconds, sir.
Yeah, while waiting for your document to be loaded, my question is about how did you analyze the attacks?
I'm sorry, sir.
How did you analyze the attack? What is your
Analysis.
evidence? Yeah.
Yes, sir. So first evidence that I mainly use, sir, is the logs from the intrusion detection system.
Okay.
So since it read out that the intrusion, the IDS was able to classify the attack or specifying the exploit. So that's one lead to see. That's one lead to for research on why. That's one lead for analysis on the system was compromised. So looking up, understanding more about the exploit that the IDS detected. So in my example, so it detected the external blue exploit. So the scenario then would be then to look up and confirm and verify that the uh, victim machine was indeed compromised by the exploit. So checking if it's using hence the if
Okay.
it's running the service, it was using the right port.
Okay.
And so,
Can you zoom in the key findings?
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you just zoom in the document so that I can see the key findings. Maliit eh. Small. Yeah.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
I have another question. How did you know that it was MS 017 010 or CVE 2017 0144? How did you
Yes,
know?
sir. Based from the again, sir, it would be based from the same log. So the eternal blue exploit, which
Can you show me the log if you have?
yes, sir. Let me just scroll down.
Yeah, definitely you'll need to have the screenshot on this one. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So again,
What
sir.
was your device or utility to or tools to detect?
I used sir OpenSense.
Consensus.
Yes, sir, for my IDS. It's only running the IDS service, not the intrusion prevention system and the firewalls.
No
It's not
firewall.
using
Okay.
no firewalls, sir, in my scenario.
This is quite good. Yeah, you should actually be able to find. I mean, next time, perhaps you can play around with the IDS like this one, the snort or the
Snort, sir.
bricata or something like that. Yeah, but this is already good. So external blue is there on the right side, right? The alert.
Yes, sir. The alert.
Okay.
It's the alert is it's a pre-downloaded rule set, I believe, sir.
Yes,
So
yes. Predefined rule set. Yes.
yes, sir.
Okay. What else? What other evidence you have?
Yes, sir. And if we were to use the Nessus vulnerability scanning for
Yeah, this is actually from your side, but from the defender side, the
yes,
side of the defender, you won't be able to see this.
sir. This is post compromise in my scenario. So this is
Okay.
after the quarantine, and the IT team would then analyze the compromise system.
System, okay, to see what vulnerability being exploited.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
Okay. That's the two main evidence that I use.
Okay. Can you scroll up? I want to see your key findings and then okay, and then quick key findings. Okay, kanina. Okay, evidence. Okay. Now, what did you do? Yeah, so you quarantine this isolated network, and what are the recommendations from you?
Yes, sir. It's
The
below here.
analysis.
Analysis, eradication. So,
Oh, wait.
sir.
How about the timeline? How about the timeline? Let me see.
Sir, it's the same timeline as the PowerPoint. So basically,
Okay.
so containment, eradication, and then recovery, sir.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Scroll down.
then here's pretty much the lessons learned. To a brief summary, it would be just become proactive in terms of system maintenance or patching. Sometimes that's not really an easy thing to say, especially if an update or a patch would break some of the current working systems. So sometimes people are hesitant in updating their system or software.
Okay.
So I'm just advocating on to make the compromise on updating the system because in the long run, it could keep your system up rather than keeping it up right now.
So so you're suggesting the regular audits, regular system check, updates, patch management, perhaps.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, patch management. Okay, and then also upgrade the IDS to IPS so that
Yes, sir. If
it
one
will.
of my scenario that I set up, the company is only able to provide resources that could run a IDS, where if where it cannot, it wouldn't have the throughput or the processing power to run an IPS. So basically, pretty much paying extra pera for better security.
Right. That's all from your side.
Yes, sir.
Can you go back to your presentation, please? I
Yes,
want
sir.
to see your diagram.
Which diagram, sir?
Yung kanina na may Kali Linux. Okay.
And is this one, sir?
Yes. Okay. So you just use Kali as the attacker, Windows as your target, and then ID as OpenSense. Okay. What is the memory size for you to be able to simulate this one?
Memory size, to be honest, sir, I did not measure it, but the device that I used to run this setup was I think I had a
16 gigabyte.
16 gigabyte RAM. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it
But-
slow or major?
Uh, it was running at comfortable performance, but I set each virtual machines as minimal as I can. So only one processor, and I believe allocated two to four RAMs
Okay.
for each.
So total siguro mga maximum mga 8 or 8 gigabyte, no?
Yes, sir.
Roughly around that. All right. Is there any question from the participants? Go ahead. Hello, guys. Any participants would like to ask? Yes, Dian.
Sorry, Doc. I was just putting a thumbs up.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay.
No questions from me.
No question. Others?
Hi,
Maganda,
hi,
inside.
Mr. Me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes. Just Johnson. Yeah. Go ahead. If you have any questions.
Sorry, first I would like to commend yung presentation kasi I was not able to simulate yung assignment. So, question is
But what's your issue?
actually sa ano pa lang po sa setting up pa lang po ng kasi I have downloaded na po yung Kali Linux pati Windows 7. So, actually, Eternal Blue din isa sa tinignan ko pero hindi ko siya alam din i-set up. So I was trying to find pa more resources online. So
I will confess, medyo daya ako kasi yung Windows na operating system na ginamit ko galing sa previous ethical hacking class ko. So, nire-purpose ko lang siya for this class. Binigay lang sa amin yung Windows OS na with the vulnerability.
Vulnerabilities. In fact, you can, if you still have issues with this particular lab, you could actually refer to my YouTube channel. You just type my name in YouTube. You can find also on how to exploit Linux machine. Yeah, it's not necessarily Windows.
You can also try asking Doc Marlon kasi sa kanya galing yung Windows OS ko.
sige po, bali try. Thank you sa suggestion po, Sir Semi.
So, okay, ganito na lang. Okay, thank you, Johnson. Ganito na lang. for those who are not able to actually present or even, finish with the lab, I would still give, the time, extended time until next week. Pero submit, you don't need to present your results, but you just need to submit the presentation as well as the report. Okay?
Thank you po.
Yes. So may time pa kayo, mga 1 week. This is actually good for, in fact, this is actually good for you for perhaps, capstone project or something like that. Kasi yung nakita ko mostly kasi yung capstone, just like I remember last year, my capstone project for the student was actually about setting up the small mini SOC. And you can set up this mini SOC. I will give you the link so that you can download the pre-configured mini SOC. Let me see. T-guard. Yeah, this is actually a let me see, T-guard or something like that. Yeah. It was actually a project by one of my friend who is actually studying in Swiss German University. Okay, let me write down the link in our GC. Yeah, so this is actually a sample mini SOC. So you don't have to really set up from scratch. All right, thank you, Jose Afenido. Thank you for your presentation. Very good presentation, excellent. Yeah, so how about the others? Anyone wants to, present this? I need at least 3 presenters. So 1 already, 2 more. And then after that, we will have another on-site assignment. Anyone? Toby, Sean Toby, Emil, Batul Austin. Looks like you're not yet ready, yeah? Hello, guys.
Not able to finish. Anong tinink yun ni Ma'am Atel?
Not able to finish it. Okay. Hindi naman sobrang hirap to eh. You just need to do some research lang eh on how to set up Kali Linux. At least one or two machines. The attacker machine and the victim machine. Then you can use like the Wireshark, for example. Yes, Dian.
Doc, sorry, question.
Yes.
Pag magpe-present po ba, iba pa po ba yung DOS later, or is it just gonna be hacking in DOS altogether for this presentation?
Sorry.
So my understanding po kasi is that we have 2 types of assignment, the hacking and the denial of service, or is that considered as one assignment if I simulate a DOS attack in virtual?
It's as I already mentioned in my previous assignment, assignment number 3, you could actually simulate any type of attack like denial of service or anything.
Mako-consider na po kagad po ba siya ng doc na hacking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sige.
Denial of service is part of the hacking technique, but not too many people are using that one. Kasi mostly yung mga hackers or mga I would say the threat actors, they are trying to gain access. Yung unang-una, they will try to gain access. Pag gano'n na sila, parang fed up na sila, then they will do the denial of service. Yan. Kasi they were not able to find any exploited any vulnerability to be exploited. So what they will do is denial of service para yung, di ba, anything that would affect confidentiality, integrity, and availability will be considered as attack or threat, right?
Copy po, sir. If I may, I would like to present what I came up with. It's pretty
Yeah, sure,
straightforward and simple.
Yes. I would be, we will be glad to hear your presenting. Yeah, Gian, go ahead.
All right,
Let
sige
me
po.
see. I will make you as the co-host. Yeah, now you can present.
How did this guy get in this position?
All right.
Anong position?
Sobrang di ako rated niya.
Hold on one second. All right, are you able to see po yung aking screen?
Yabang mo naman. Anong ibig mong sabihin sa...
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So I'm currently just sharing the whole screen right now, but let me just quickly present before I run the actual DOS attack. So what I tried to research is conducting a timeline, or sorry, a denial of service or a DOS attack. Let me just present that first one here. Switch to display. There we go. So first off, I did some research and I did some preparation. This is not the incident report timeline. This is just a documentation of how I went through the whole process. This could probably help some of our classmates how it's done. So there are a lot of resources out there, as Doc Semi mentioned. And then I installed the necessary tools that I found from my research, such as Kali Linux, the Windows XP Service Pack 3 in particular. That was a go-to choice because it has a lot of vulnerabilities, and it was a great platform or foundation for me to understand how all
Yan
these
yung
things
love
work, as it
namin.
is my first time exposing myself
Yan
to
yung
this
love
environment.
namin kay
And then one
Marlon.
thing that I'm very familiar with is the environment of Linux Mint. And all of this are running in a safe space. I'm using VirtualBox. However, it was recommended by many YouTubers to use VMware. I still have to learn that. I'm currently just familiar with VirtualBox. So in the future, I'll be trying to learn that. Then I made sure that all tools are updated so that everything would running at an optimum level. And then I try to also understand which is the best tool to use when performing a DOS. Based on research, Metasploit is quite popular, and I also use Wireshark to monitor the packets and verify the attack. And then I started simulating the DOS attack in VirtualBox, and that'll be the rest of the slides. So I'd like to walk you through. Everything is running inside the VirtualBox, and our attacker would be Kali Linux. And it's at the background of Kali Linux, we have Metasploit and we have Wireshark to monitor the packet. And our unwilling victim is Windows XP3 and Linux Mint, the latest version, Linux Mint 22. Right at the get-go, I have identified the vulnerability of Linux Mint is, and whenever you install this particular OS, all of its network features are disabled, such as the firewall, for good example. And with that said, this OS, if you are unaware or not tech savvy, you are exposing yourself to a lot of vulnerabilities when using Linux Mint. That's kind of disadvantage of using it. The reason why it's also popular for among users is because of its simplicity and how related it is to Windows. So if you're a person coming from Windows wanting to expose yourself to Linux, Linux Mint would be a best option to start off into introducing yourself to the environment of Linux. However, it comes with disadvantages as well, as I've mentioned, with the vulnerabilities in terms of its network. All right, so here are the tools, the updated version of each tools that we'll be discussing. So using Metasploit in Kali Linux, just a quick run through the requirements before I present the actual execution. I first had to upon installing, it is important to prepare the tools for DOS attack, and that would be Metasploit as mentioned. However, I also included in the updates the Kali Linux and Linux Mint. However, we can no longer update Windows XP as it already is in its last leg, so there's no latest OS update for that. And it's also crucial to take note to download any extension for any VM or virtual box to ensure that the virtual OS can communicate seamlessly through a NAT network. You also have to set up a NAT network to create a virtual LAN, to create that virtual handshake between OS, and so that they can tap one another when you ping them. Now, after that, we can proceed to using the Metasploit framework. So allow me to exit here from the PowerPoint because the succeeding slide would involve that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So here is my version of, well, this is just the latest version of VirtualBox, nothing special. The only thing that I included perhaps is the extension that I mentioned. This is also downloadable from the website of VirtualBox, and I installed 3 OS. We have Kali Linux, which is running right now. That will be our main attacker. Windows XP is not running. It's currently powered off, and we have Linux Mint, which would be our victim right now. So I just want to close everything, start from scratch because it's just quick and simple. So let me close the terminal. Let's keep the task manager running for the sake of the presentation. And going back to Linux Mint, this is, by the way, the UI of Linux Mint. If you've noticed, there is a task manager at the bottom. It simulates Windows. You have a start button here. So the first thing that we're going to do is run the terminal. I press Ctrl-Alt-Delete for shortcut, or you can just simply click the terminal icon there at the bottom. So I first need to know what is the IP address of this particular OS. So that is 10.0.2.4. And I'm going to check the IP address for the Kali Linux as well. Same command, that would be ifconfig, or ifconfig rather. And the IP address for this one is 10.0.2.15. So there were struggles at first because when I was setting up the virtual machine and the OS, both were sharing the same IP address, meaning to say that they were using my Windows 11 IP or the host OS. In order to change that, in your VirtualBox, you just have to simply create your own. Sorry about that. You just have to simply create your own NAT network. So how is that done? By clicking the tools, the 3 icon there. Click on the network, go to the NAT networks tab, and then just click create. This time I created Kali network. You can also create other networks and just rename it as you please. Now, going back, after you set up the networks, you want to do is go to the Kali Linux, change the settings to the network. And by default, that would be selected as NAT or the NAT. But if you want to use the virtual network that you created, you just simply select NAT network and then select the name. There we have Kali Linux. So both OS are using the same settings for its network respectively. Now, going back, this is where it begins. This is where the DOS attack would actually start. Looking at the Kali Linux terminal, the first thing that we have to execute is sudo su. And then it will be asking us for the password for your OS that you set up initially after you install the OS. So basically what the sudo su stands for is super user. It's similar to the administrative actions or administrative access for Windows. Now, after you've run to the root of the Kali Linux, you now have a super user access. You're just going to simply type in MSF console. This is going to help us pull up the Metasploit application itself. And take note, there won't be any user interface similar to the previous presenter. Everything is running through the command line. So there are no GUI that I know of. Probably there is that I am not familiar with. And looking at it, we are now initially inside the Metasploit itself. However, and we can see that there are 2,000 exploits and other auxiliaries that we could use. But specifically, the only auxiliary would be looking for, or we would be using, would be SynFlood. And that is because SynFlood is a type of DOS attack that would bring down a server, specifically by throwing a lot of packets or half-baked requests, and would overwhelm the server. Now that we were able to search SynFlood, this would be that particular command or application that we want to use within Metasploit. In order to use that, I'm just going to type in use auxiliary dos/tcp/synflood, and I'll be hitting enter. Now, if you've noticed, there has been some changes in the command line itself. Now we're actually using the DOS, which stands for denial of service. Now, if you want to know what commands you can run, you can simply type in show options. And there are just a few things that we'll be setting up here in this scenario. We're just going to be setting up the host, the port number. We're going to change that to 135. As we all know, for especially with those experience, a port 135, if left unopened, could cause a lot of network vulnerabilities for Windows and even for Linux. And then we're just gonna set the number as well. The number would be represent the number of synth floods that we'll be throwing at our target, which in this case would be this OS right here, a Linux Mint. So let's first set our port to 135, and then set the number of packets that we'll be throwing at our target. Let's say I'm gonna throw in 100,000 requests. So you can customize it. Based on my research, DocSemi, I found out that DOS attackers would send around 2.5 billions of packet requests in order to bring down a particular service or servers. Next is we're going to set the rhost to 10.2.4. I believe that would be the IP address. There you go. That's the IP address of our target. In this case, this Linux Mint OS. So let me just bring that down here. Then everything is now set. If we click on show options again, you can see here at Metasploit that you now have set or configured your attack to 100,000 packets, the rhost, which would be the target host, and then the rport, which would be the target port. In this case, it is 135. To begin exploiting or executing the DOS attack, we're just going to simply type in exploit. But however, before I go do that, let me just pull up Wireshark so we can monitor the packets, the number of packets that's being thrown out. Oops, sorry, wrong icon. Let me close that. Wireshark. There we have it. So we now have Wireshark opened, and we're going to start running Wireshark by clicking the shark fin icon there at the top left. Now it's currently running, and there are no packets coming in and out yet. But when we start running the exploit or the exploitation command in Metasploit, we can see that it's throwing a number of packets here to the target host. And if you can look at the packets underneath, we're throwing a number of requests, and that would run up until 100,000. So what does this imply and what does this do? Assuming that this Linux OS is a server or a website, it would bring down its services. People would lose access. This is an intentional attack to really bring burden to the services that some companies or businesses offered. And again, from what I've learned, let's just run through really quick. I've just yep, go ahead, Doc.
Hang on for a while.
Yes, Doc.
Can you go back to your simulation? Yes. Okay.
There we go.
Go to your Mint Linux.
Linux Mint.
Yeah, Linux Mint. Yeah. Can you run the Wireshark or something that will show the CPU or network utilization or something like that?
I have NetXMS here. For the CPU, yeah, we have that too. Sorry. Let me pull that up. Ayan, medyo bumabagal po siya kasi under attack po siya ngayon. So tumataas po yung CPU usage.
Of course, yeah. But I want to see if the CPUs really or any, so memory, processors, yeah. There should be a spike or something like that.
I have yet to set up the next SMS. It's asking me to register and having quite a difficulty, but this should allow me to monitor the traffic that's coming in.
No, it's okay. Do you have a Wireshark on your Linux Mint?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we can get that really quick. Okay, it's not letting us. Hold on.
See, for the evidence, you need to run the Wireshark or anything that would actually show you that the evidence that the target is under attack.
Yes. Let me just get that here.
Yes, sir, correct, sir, because the one that we are seeing right now, sir, is the Wireshark runs in the
on the
attacker
attacker
side.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So Yan.
Hold on.
Siguro i-cancel muna yung attack mo, tapos i-install na lang yung Wireshark or anything that would show us.
I think I don't have Wireshark installed. Okay, just give me a minute.
Or ano na lang, yung processor or the system resources on network. Kasi pag processors parang konti lang, CPU only 3%.
Okay, there we go. Installing Wireshark now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can run htop or top TOP.
All right, there, it's done. Should be here now. Let's see. Okay, I have Wireshark.
Okay, relaunch your attack.
Yes. Let me just run the Wireshark here. Wala akong F. Okay. Do you have any recommendation, Doc, in order to run Wireshark here?
What do you mean? You just need to select the interface.
Okay.
Where's your what is your interface?
I don't think I have any working interface as of the moment here.
How did you get the IP address earlier?
I use ipconfig lang po to check the
Yung what's I have config or I have config na lang. See what interface do you have?
Should I type it here in the filter?
No, on the right side on the shell. Yeah, I have config.
Okay.
What's the interface? So ENP0S3. Find that one. Did you run your Wireshark with the sudo?
Yes. This one, no.
Close it.
Okay.
Just type sudo Wireshark. Yan, I think nandyan. Yan.
Yo,
Just click the first one. The first one. Click
Perfect.
the first one. Yes, okay na.
Okay. Let's do that again. All right. So we're running another exploitation or attack. Let's go back to Linux Mint. There we go.
Yan. Okay. Yan. So that's actually your proof that is launching something. Yeah. It was actually under attack, and then you can run htop or top to show you the processes. Oh, on the right side you can see this one. Can you run another command line bash? Don't stop the the Wireshark. Yeah, open another one. Htop.
Okay.
Type htop. Do you have that one?
Let me see if we have that.
Htop. Yeah. Install mo na lang. Stop.
There we go.
Yeah. Htop. Yeah. Yeah, run it.
Let me try this. There we go.
Yan. Memory. Do you see anything that is spiking? Because it's sitting flat, it's not about the CPU, it's more about the network.
The network, yeah.
So you have to focus on the network. Anyway, Wireshark will do. But yeah, perhaps next time if you do your simulation again, you need to find one good tool that will monitor the spike on the network.
Copy po.
Yeah, this is already okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just stop sharing.
Okay, thank you. Great. Good presentation with demonstration. Okay na. Yung iba, who else? Who else? Anyone? Dali ah. So if for those who are not yet submitting or who are not yet submitting the what do you call this, the assignment or the result of assignment 3, may I know what are actually the issues? Computer resources, low resources, or something like that?
Doc, sorry, I just wanna butt in. Yung RAM po, medyo na-murder po yung aking computer. Kailangan ko na mag-upgrade.
Oh, okay. Ilan ba yung ano mo, RAM mo?
RAM ko po is 16 gig naman. Kaso mababaw po yung frequency ko. Nasa 2000 lang po yung megahertz ng RAM
Oh,
ko.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. By the way,
Mhm.
we did the simulation in school at lab with my classmate Ian and Renel here at PSM. We use the lab. So according po kay Doc Marlon, if you are free during school hours Monday to Friday, we could all visit there and use the lab anytime.
Oh, of course, that's good. Okay. So anyone else? Kasi pag ginamit mo yung laptop, siguro not really that enough. Just like in my office, I have set up one PC with 128 gigabyte of RAM and i9. So that's actually more than enough to run more than 20 virtual machines. May nag-ano? Dali. Yeah, so distributed denial of service attack or DDoS, kasama yan sa hacking. Part of the hacking or part of the attack, so network attack. Yeah. Anyone else beside Gian and Jose? Emil, are you there? Emil Imana? Anyone else? Basta I'm giving you until next week to submit all of the assignments para pag final exam kahit medyo mababa yung grades nyo, I can also help you you guys to actually increase the grade or make it better. Anyone else? Batul, Austin, Ian? Ian Punsalan? Lauro? So 2 presenters na. One more. Okay, wala pa? Anyone else? Okay. So if no one wants to continue with the presentation, we'll take a short break. Siguro mga 15 minutes. I will prepare something for you. Yeah. So let's get back at around 11:15. Okay. Hang on there.
Recording stopped.
Hello? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is our last. This is actually not an assignment. It's more about lab exercise. And then if we still have time, mamaya, we can actually discuss the result of this one. So I'm giving you a short of lab exercise, traffic analysis. So you can take a screenshot on this one. So number one, please download the extract the sample attack zip for, okay, just give me a minute. Let me change something. Yeah. Kita nyo na? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for this particular lab exercise, you have about 3 hours. Any question? So first, you need to download the sample sample attack zip file from this link. The password for the file is infected. And then once you have extracted, the file name will be sample underscore attack.pcap. Then you need to download. You can even use any suitable online tool to analyze the PCAP file. Okay. Then your task is to prepare an incident report based on your analysis. So the scenario is that you have the sample underscore attack, the PCAP file, to be analyzed based on the previous incident that happened in your organization. So your task is to analyze this particular file with any tools available online or offline, like Wireshark, Network Miner, or something out there. Yeah, I can't really remember all of the tools. So you can use any tools available to analyze the PCAP file and prepare your report. Yes, okay, I'll share the link on the chat room. Yeah. Yan, nandyan yung ano. All right, so any question?
Sir, question.
Yep.
The incident report, is it a presentation or is it just a document?
Document na lang.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You have the example of incident report, right? Remember last time I shared with you?
Sorry, sir. I think I lost it. Could you send the sample again, sir?
Doon sa Google Drive, sa isang Google Drive.
Sige, check ko na lang po, sir.
Uli sa Google Drive. Yung unang pinadala ko.
Sige. Check ko na lang po, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So if there's no question, I will give you some time to do the lab and yes, Alex.
Hello sir. After sir na discussion ng exercise, pwede mag-present ako ng current status ko sa assignment 3. Medyo hindi ko sure sir kung tama, nasa right track ako or
ngayon ba?
Kahit after discussion, sir.
After na lang na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sige. All right. So I'll see you. Sandali, let me just. Can someone take a screenshot on this one? On the assignment, then yeah, we'll get back.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so just take a screenshot on the lab exercise. We will get back again and discuss the result around 2:30. We still have until about 3 or maximum 4 o'clock today. Yes, Sir Kiko.
Sir, I can download it. I don't know why.
What do you mean? Can anyone download it?
The pickup
Yes, sir.
file.
Can anyone download it?
I downloaded it, sir.
Yeah. Sir Kiko, others can download.
May warning lang, sir, sa
Okay,
mula
I'll
sa
just
Google
May
Drive.
warning lang yan, sir.
Okay,
That-
sir.
Just download. Yeah. Okay, so the objective of this exercise is to analyze a sample attack traffic file that may consist or may include the attack or any other type of network attack. So you can do a discussion if you like, yeah, with your friends using Google Meet or something like that. This is an individual assignment, but definitely you can discuss if you would like to discuss. So you have until 2:30 p.m. mamaya. Try to finish it, yeah, since you have limited time and but unlimited tools to use. Okay, so this is actually our last lab exercise. This is today is our last session kasi. Sayang naman if you don't have any other exercises. Okay, I'll see you after. At around 2:31. Anyone else wants to have any question? No? Okay, I'll see you later. Let me stop.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
The zip file, sir, has a password for it. May I ask for the password?
Yun nga, sa presentation, the password of the file is infected.
Sorry, sir. Hindi ako nagbabasa. Pasensya.
Try mo na lang. Is it okay, the password? Is the password correct?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I'll see you later. You can leave the room and then I will start the room before 2:30. Okay? All right. Yung sa sample incident report nasa Google Drive. Scroll up our GC group chat. Let me see if I still see if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I will share this one in our group chat again. Yeah.